We're getting into more from Micky Flanagan on the channel today, and that's a good thing because we love Micky Flanagan.
We love Micky, and he is going to be talking about Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're about to get into because Thomas the Tank Engine, I have fond memories about that as a child.
Childhood.
I mean, I think I got them confused a little bit when we were heading into this because I was thinking about the tugboats. There's another Canadian film.
Yeah, Theodore the Tugboat.
Yeah, Theodore the Tugboat. And then we have Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. And I think Thomas the Tank Engine is British originally, which would make sense why Micky's talking about it.
Right. And they came out in 1940s, I think, originally. The books came out in the 40s.
Yeah.
And then there was a television series that came out
later on in the 80s. I think it was like 84 or something.
And then I think the tugboats thing that I'm talking about, Theodore and the Tugboats, it's very similar because they have the face on the front, right? But I think that was like the Canadian version. I don't know if there's any backstory, if it was earlier or whatever. But anyways, so we've got Micky here who's going to ruin our childhood by talking about something related to...
You don't know if maybe he's a fan of Thomas here.
I'm going to lean towards there's going to be some roasting of Thomas here. But I guess we don't have to wait any longer. We might as well just find out, not speculate. You ready?
I'm ready.
You like Micky Flanagan, right?
I love Micky Flanagan.
Yeah, he's hilarious. All right, let's go.
Giggle all the time.
Playing days are over anyway. I sorted my life out in the late 80s. Met a very nice girl. Proper middle class. She's been skiing and everything. And
skiing.
And we were about 4 years ago. We were together 6 years. We were making love, right? Making love.
Ooh.
She said, I want a baby. I want a baby. I said, well, if you come off the pill, I'll start leaving it in, right? So, started leaving it in.
Leaving it in.
Child came along, was created. My wife, quite a middle class woman, she said, after a few months, she said, I'm losing my identity. She said, losing my identity. I said, have you finished your cleaning? Come up there, you've got a cleaner. Everyone's got a cleaner now. Poor people have got cleaners. So, she went back to work, leaving me to bring the child up. So I'm pushing him along the street in his £500 pram, which I resented initially. Then I got involved in a race in Summerfields. Oh, no, turns on the tanner. Some idiot in a £200 buggy tried to cut me up. I said, come on, mate, there's a monkey's worth of Pramet coming through here. Shouldn't you be in Icelands with that thing?
You're going to have to explain this one, guys. I'm lost there.
I'm not a snob. I mean, we're not a snob, but we did buy an overpriced house to store the baby in. You know what I mean? In a nice area. Nice area. And my wife went back to work, so she said, it's the thing about having children is it is a bit tedious because you get up early with them. You get up about 6:30. By about 7:30, you're running out of ideas, right? So the government say, not too much telly, not too much telly. They don't know what they're talking about. He loves a bit of telly. Never once has this little boy turned to me and gone, there's nothing on, Dad. So I put him by the telly, right? He's watching Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm reading about the budget deficit, which is very high, as we know. And you should be more worried about it. He's watching Thomas, I'm reading the paper. He's watching Thomas, I'm reading the paper. Suddenly, I'm watching Thomas.
I'm wondering where we're going to go now with watching Thomas. He doesn't look like he's real happy about watching Thomas here. Looks like he's got some criticisms coming. What do you think? Are you gonna side on the criticism wagon, or are you going to say he's going to love Thomas?
Well, I don't know. I was feeling that like maybe Thomas was more enticing to him than reading about the budget deficit, but yeah, I don't know.
Not for me. We know that.
No, Phil loves finance.
And how about leaving it in, Sam? What are your feelings on leaving it in?
Come off the pill so we can leave it in.
Or how about plugging the hole? Inside joke with that one, guys. I may have made reference to something similar. I'm calling it plugging the hole. So I'll just use leaving it in as my terminology from now on. She can't control herself now, clearly. So, you're placing your bets on what? That he's going to roast Thomas, or he's going to have an appreciation for Thomas.
I think he's going to talk about, I don't know. I feel like he likes Thomas.
All right.
Keeps putting me on the spot.
That's what she hopes for, guys, is that he likes Thomas.
Which is very high, as we know, and you should be more worried about it. He's watching Thomas, I'm reading the paper. He's watching Thomas, I'm reading the paper. Suddenly, I'm watching Thomas. 2 years later, I'm a massive fan of Thomas. I've got to know the trains again, haven't I? Their little personalities, you know. You think, oh, Toby's turned up. This will be a blinder, this will. Because where he's like, he's not a proper diesel or a steamy, and he's square, he plays up a bit, you know? So you're guaranteed a good episode with Toby. Now, the worst thing about having children, you're thoroughly enjoying an episode of Thomas. The little boy looks up at me and thinks, he's enjoying himself a bit. I'm not having that. I think I'll go off and top myself, all right? So he goes and gets in the oven. Keep me on my toes, and you have to go, hot, hot, hot! Hot, hot, hot!
That's what I'm going to say to Sam from now on.
You miss the end of Thomas. It ruins the rest of your day. Ruins it. It gnaws away at you. You think, how did that end? I was like, and it's not the sort of show you can just pop down the pub that night and start asking about, you know what I mean? Like saying to people, I don't suppose you saw Thomas this morning, did you? They brought the orchestra over, right, to play out the Fate, the So Dar Fate. They've only sent Percy to pick them up, haven't they? I don't know what the Fat Controller's thinking about sometimes. I really don't. We know it's a job for Gordon, don't we? Possibly Henry at a push. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the reading. Thank you. Thank you. Were you out or were you out?
Were you out or were you out, Samantha?
I totally forgot that was all their names.
Well, we got our verdict.
He's a fan of Thomas.
He's a big fan of Thomas.
I knew it deep in my heart.
Our childhood was saved. Thank God.
No roasting of Thomas the Tank Engine.
But I'm going to say that to you when you're cooking from now on. And like, hot, hot, hot.
I probably need that. Sometimes I get distracted.
There are a few words in there that I still didn't capture because of the cultural difference.
Yeah, there's a whole portion there where what I gathered he was talking about was racing your stroller and like one being heavier duty and like obviously going to win.
But he said 500 pounds. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah. And then he meant the cost, like 500 pounds to buy it, like a really expensive
yes,
one.
You're 100% correct on that.
Because then later he said like, we're not.
I got it now. Now I'm less confused. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate you.
You're like picturing Mickey push a 500-pound buggy down the street.
I'm so confused. And then he said 200 pounds for the other one.
Yeah,
right?
I think he meant like a cheap.
I got it now.
Yeah.
See? That's why there's the currency difference, cultural difference. Anyways,
yeah.
I enjoyed this one from Mickey, but I enjoy all of them. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I love all of his stuff, but it's nice to have a little nostalgic feel with this one.
Yeah, agreed. Let us know where we should go next with Mickey. Drop a comment and suggestion down low. Let us know a specific clip that we should go to next because we're doing a lot of them, and we don't know where to go from here because the popular ones, we probably ran through the ones that everybody's been doing and on the reaction community. So let us know where we should go next because I'd like to continue on Mickey's journey.
Me too.
Sam would as well. Hit that like button. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.